7th edition of the prestigious Danfoss ICE Awards, recognizing distinction in the cold chain industry, were recently held in Chandigarh. The event saw key stakeholders converge and deliberate on the future of the cold chain industry in India, and also felicitated individuals and institutions that set new benchmarks for industry excellence.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Danfoss ICE Awards. Before I get started, let me give you a brief introduction about the panelists, including myself. My name is Ravi, and I'm the president for Danfoss in India. And to my right is Mr. Atul Khanna. Atul Khanna is the Director, Global Cold Chain Alliance India and the ICE Center of Excellence. And to my left, we have a distinguished representative from the Government of India, Mr. Pavanex Kohli. He is the Chief Advisor, NCCD, which is National Center for Cold Chain Development. And he's been one of the important architects in shaping the direction of the cold chain industry in India. With those brief remarks, let me now request Mr. Atul Khanna to share his thoughts on why we have this wonderful evening. Over to Mr. Atul.
Good evening, everyone. This is, about 7 years ago, we were exposed to the cold chain industry. And we heard some very scary figures that almost 30% of whatever is produced goes waste in the Indian production. So that's how we came up. We realized that this sector was traditional, old-fashioned. So we also realized that there was no networking in this sector. So that's when we started the ICE Expo. And with the ICE Expo, we also started the ICE Awards. We thought, a good platform to recognize the talent of the people who are already in the business. And also what we thought was that there was a need for people to know about the success stories in the industry. This was a traditional business and some of these businesses were not viable. So we thought that once people know that there are success stories in this business, there'll be more people willing to enter the business. So that was the idea to start the ICE Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Khanna. I would also now maybe ask Mr. Kohli, how do you see cold chain becoming an important enabler for the second green revolution of India?
The only enabler for the second green revolution. Good evening, Ravi. Good evening, Atul. The second green revolution is about bringing value to Indian agriculture. The first green revolution was about producing more. When Atul here mentioned figures of 30 to 40% of our produce being wasted in the country, I think the right way to look at it is that today our pipeline, our delivery system, can handle only 60% of what we produce. We are producing far more than we are capable of handling. Now, how do we produce more? How do we make India the food basket of the world? By ensuring we build the appropriate pipeline, the supply chain infrastructure that can handle whatever else we produce. Anything we produce more today will almost be 100% waste. So to expand the pipeline, to reach out to more regions within the country, domestic and international, we need cold chain. Cold chain becomes the key enabler to the second green revolution for our country.
How do you see technology playing an important role in the evolution of cold chain industry?
Cold chain itself is about appropriate use of technology in the agriculture supply chain connect. Technology is the bridge between faraway producing areas to concentrated pockets of consumption, which are our cities, urban landscape, bridged with the rural producing backdrop. One core technology is refrigeration. It is not the only technology because packaging plays an important part. Since you're using refrigeration to buy time, what do you do with that time? Movement becomes an important part. So various aspects of technology are involved in building a holistic integrated bridge. The answer to your question is not so simple. The technology plays the role in bridging it. Technology plays the role in managing it better. Technology plays a role in taking India to a leadership position.
Thank you, Mr. Kohli and Mr. Khanna, for those interesting thoughts on the cold chain industry. And with those details, we now move to the next part of the event, which is the ICE Awards. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the Danfoss ICE Awards 2015. These awards are given to the industry for their achievements and contributions to the industry. Danfoss ICE Awards help to compare with best in class. Moreover, they provide an opportunity for national recognition. I'm your host for the evening, Akriti Narula, and once again I welcome everyone to this beautiful evening on behalf of ICE. Okay, moving on to the awards. The first category award is the Best Maintained Cold Storage Award. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ravi Purushottamam, President Danfoss India, and Mr. Pavanesh Kohli, CEO and Chief Advisor NCCD. We have two winners for this award. The fact that there is progress in the cold storage industry is reflected in this category of awards, where we had to give away two awards of the Best Maintained Cold Storage. And the Best Maintained Cold Storage Award goes to Mother Dairy Fruits and Vegetables Private Limited, Delhi Unit. I would like to request Mr. Mukesh Pathak, Senior Manager, Mr. MP Tiwari and Mr. Ellen Sethi from Mother Dairy to come on stage and receive the award. Please welcome them on stage with a big round of applause. Mother Dairy, commissioned in 1974, subsidiary of the National Dairy Development Board, market leader in branded milk in Delhi and NCR. Robust network of its booth and retail channels expanded its reach to south, east and west, pegging it among the few companies to own such a vast channel of distribution in India. The other Best Maintained Cold Storage Award goes to Suri Agrofresh Private Limited. To receive this award, I would request Mr. Manav Suri, Vice President, Suri Agrofresh Private Limited, to come on the stage, please. Suri Agrofresh is one of India's largest fresh produce company, handling over 2.5 million cases of produce every year and a turnover of rupees 1.8 billion. So the second category of awards is the Best Food Processing Facility Award. And the Best Food Processing Facility Award goes to Royal Marine Impex Private Limited. And to receive this award, I request Mr. Nitin, ACS Engineering Director, to please come on stage and receive the award. Royal Marine aspires to be the leading Indian shrimp processor and exporter. Established in 2014 with a vertically integrated facilities from shrimp hatchery to shrimp farming, shrimp processing and exports. Can we have a big round of applause, please? And to give out the next award, which is the Progressive Service Provider Award, I would like to request Mr. Karsten Dalgaard, Global Segment Director, Danfoss, to please come on stage. Can we have a round of applause, please? And the Progressive Service Provider Award goes to Cold Star Logistics. Captain Anand could not be here with us tonight. We request Mr. Mahendra Singh Yadav to please come on stage to collect the award on behalf of Captain Anand. Cold Star provides integrated temperature control logistics services across the country. Best in class primary, secondary and distribution services. Captain Anand Aryaman, founding member, has 19 years of experience in logistics, shipping and transportation industry. To give out the next award, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Gregory Brand from WFLO and Mr. Richard Tracy from GCCA. The next award is the prestigious Progressive Farmer Award. This award recognizes and acknowledges the outstanding achievements and contribution by an individual currently working within the cold chain industry. The Progressive Farmer Award 2015 goes to Mr. Sukhjit Singh Bhatti. Mr. Sukhjit Singh Bhatti, proprietor of the Bhatti Agritech and Bhatti Farms, is a science graduate and a second-generation seed potato farmer. He is the president of the Confederation of Potato Seed Farmers, POSCON, the only registered body of seed potato growers. Congratulations, sir. The next important category is Dynamic Leadership Award. The purpose of the Dynamic Leadership Award is to provide incentive and recognition to the professionals who have shown leadership and direction to stakeholders in the cold chain industry. And to give out this award, I would like to request Mr. Pavanesh Kohli to please come on stage. And the Dynamic Leadership Award goes to Mr. Ashok Meerchandani, Managing Director, Asia Pacific Carrier Transicol. Mr. Ashok Meerchandani, Managing Director, Asia Pacific of Carrier Transicol, a business unit of Carrier Corporation, world leader in heating, air conditioning and refrigerating solutions. He joined Carrier Corporation in 1997 and has been associated with the company for nearly 17 years. Time now for a short break. There's a lot more coming up on the other side.
On behalf of Mother Dairy, we thanks to the global cold chain as well as Danfoss for considering the first award for maintaining the cold stores.
So we received the award for the best maintained cold storage. It's almost 6 years for our operations. So it's a great achievement for us to receive an award for the best maintained facility, because we've been spending a lot of time, money and energy to maintain the facility as it is today.
The award means a lot because this is basically for the contribution in the field of agriculture, and since we are into potato seed cultivation and the cold chain, because we need to store or produce, so it means a lot to us.
The award means a great deal. It's a rare, unexpected honor. It recognizes Carrier Transicol's leadership in the field of refrigerated transportation.
Welcome back to Danfoss ICE Awards 2015. So we move on to the next set of awards now. So our next award is the Gen X Award, and again we have two winners in this category. To give out this award, I would like to invite our young Danfoss team on stage. And the Gen X Award goes to Mr. Senthil Natarajan Kovai Palamudir. Trained as a software engineer, a skill he's using to give his business an edge over competitors. The firm now has been able to expand across Tamil Nadu, of which majority are in Chennai and Coimbatore. Palamudir has been growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 10 to 15% for the last 3 years under the leadership of Mr. Senthil. Congratulations, and I would request you to please stay on the stage. For the second Gen X Award, I would like to request the young GCCA team to come on stage. Gen X Award goes to Mr. Abhimanyu Narang, Managing Director, Narang Group. The Chief Operating Officer of the Narang Group since 2007, Abhimanyu Narang has an experience of 8 years in diversifying the business model and has enhanced storage space by 500% in the span of 5 years. Third-party logistics, cold chain and warehousing, and has also been recognized as Best Managed Cold Storage by PepsiCo in 2009. Thank you so much. I would request you both to stay on stage. I would now like to invite two more young Gen X personalities, Mr. Ravi Purushottamam and Mr. Pavnesh Kohli. Sir, would you like to ask something from your young colleagues?
Carry on doing what you're doing. None of us can motivate you. It has to be from within. You have proved it. You have proved it. Stand tall.
Actually, we are a continent with 30 countries, the way I look at India. And what is that you would like to tell the 28 countries in India? Because two of you have representing two different parts of India. So what is that you would like to communicate to the rest of India?
It's actually in a very simple line. I'm coming to the rest 28 states within a year.
I just like to say it's very exciting times for the whole nation. So whether it's 28 or 30, I think the growth is everywhere. So everybody embrace it and do the development. Thanks a lot.
So our next award is the Progressive Association Award, to give out which I would like to invite on stage Mr. Richard Tracy, Vice President, International Programs, GCCA, and Mr. Gregory Brandt, Chairman, WFLO, and Mr. Atul Khanna, India Representative, GCCA, and Director, ICE. The Progressive Association Award goes to... Sir, why don't you announce it this time?
The association which really has worked very, very hard, the UP Cold Storage Association.
On this occasion, we would also like to give a memento to Mr. Atul Khanna and Madam Khanna because they have hosted our AGM of Federation here in Chandigarh.
This show is not a success without the support of the cold storage associations. Can I ask all office bearers of all cold storage associations also to join us here?
Thank you so much. I would now request all the awardees to please come on the stage. Can we have a big round of applause? Sir, I have made you stay on stage to honor Mr. Kanwar Charanjit Singh for his vast contribution to this industry and setting a benchmark for new startups. I would now request Mr. Kanwar Charanjit Singh to please honor Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. I would request Mr. Pavnesh Kohli to come on the stage on behalf of Mr. Sanjeev Chopra to receive his honor. Let me tell you about Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. Before joining the Indian Administrative Service in 1985, he worked for the Times of India and the Economic Times. He was awarded the Robert S. McNamara and the Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship in 1998 and 1999 respectively. I would now request Mr. Paul Frost, Commercial Officer, U.S. Foreign Commercial Service, and Mr. John Slett, Commercial Attaché, to please come on stage in order to honor Mr. Jang Bahadur Sangha. Jang Bahadur Sangha has used technology to make the humble potato a money spinner, and he also rules maize. Today he has succeeded in growing a family business into one of India's largest and most modern farming operations. Jeet Singh Bhatti is collecting the honor on behalf of Mr. Jang Bahadur Sangha. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
The best thing about this award is, awards, recognitions, it pushes us to do best, yet more. And the good thing is, this is a Generation Next award, and the Generation Next that we are looking forward to, we are looking at a developing India.
I just mean with it is the youth. The zeal that these people see in us, that was actually awarded me with. So the Gen X award, it actually means the same for me.